Hey, shalom, shalom, ya Barakakam, Yahweh, Bahasham, Hamashiach Yahushai. Also, let me know if you want the conference call number up, okay? And just give me a call on Messenger. And when I see the call on Messenger, that'll let me know to actually start the conference call. I don't like to have the conference call on and nobody's on there. All right. If you're watching on live and you would like to have the conference call on here, just let me know and we can post that. All right. Shalom. Let's get to the rest of the Torah portion. Shalom, shalom, yeah. All right, and Kwame Yasharala Yabaraka come Yahweh Bahasham Hamashiach Yahushai and all right, so this is wonderful. We may have Brother Shabar coming through. Okay, all right, that's awesome. All right, so just in case. All right, so I got to do this phone call, and I know he goes by the name Terrence now. All right, so I hope I can get him on. If so, that would be such a blessing, man. All right, so let's get to it real quick. All right, let's get to it real quick. And I hope the brute answers the phone. A few other things that I have to do is I have to take this and share it. So, wow, that's so beautiful. All right, I want to get to this scene real quick. The Most High just captivated me. All right. I think this whole scene is the menorah. So let me go ahead and make this publicly. I do not own the rights to any of this. Facebook, please don't hate on me, and I don't want no smoke. All right, we're only trying to share and teach the Torah portion. All right. All right. What I think is so beautiful is the constant singing and the constant praise of Yahweh and Yoah. And I can't get past that. I don't want to get past that. So I know there's some people that be like, hey, they don't agree with or don't believe that they are a Northern Kingdom from the tribe of Gad. And I don't have no issue with that. I don't have no issue with that, right? Let me do this real quick. We're gonna say join now, reading the rest of the Torah portion while we have time. It's Sunday, you ain't got no job and you ain't got nothing to do. All right. So Torah. All right, let's go ahead and send that through. So it's a new movement that's going on. It's it's like powwow rap, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. So powwow rap, you know what I'm saying, it's these cats, they're from the Northern Kingdom. Of course, how I know and how I've teach and how I've so always taught is that the Northern Kingdom are the North American Indians, or so-called North American Indians. Well, we know that there's a very powerful influx and a movement of people who know that they're North American Indians, that they are Negroes. They will call themselves Choctaw. They will call themselves Blackfoot. They will call themselves Iroquois. They will call themselves Cherokee. They will call themselves Sioux. They will call themselves, Patak or Patuxi Indian. They will call themselves Osage. All right, all of these are different names for the 12 tribes of Yasharala. All right, give me 1 second, and as I allow everybody to enter, I pray you enjoy what we have going on. All right, Kwame Yasharala. Yeah, right there. All right. Y'all shop, Khan. Khan. Anyavlakam. All right. All right. The water for being patient. We are exactly right back on time. Listen to me when I tell you, you didn't miss nothing. Ugh. That was the time that was spent was me sending out invites. All right. So, let's get to it. My bad. I was just wrestling with a do-rag. I just got this super cool, blessed, do-rag or scarf, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Thwadi Howa. I was just wrestling with that mug. All right, so let's get back to it. Yabaraka Kami Hawa Bashamashakasha Za'akam Kara Watzaya Banyashala, also known as Isaiah Yashala. If you call me Crumb Worm the villain, that is not a bad thing. The word villain only means villager. A villager is an impoverished person. It's a person that's just off to the side that wants peace. But if you were an aristocrat and if you're a very wealthy person, you would look down on a villager. You dirty villain. Who stole all of our chickens? It was those villains. So usually people are villainized. We just use words out of context and all kind of things. So when you look up the word villain, it goes back to the word villager, which is really cool. It just means an impoverished person who lived lowly, right? That's only bad in the eyes of people who have money, right? But be not grieved, riches are not forever. All right, envy, not the oppressor, and want none of his ways, desire none of his ways. So let's get to this real quick. Golden menorah, beautiful. I praise y'all. Pray for me. The girls, the Benathian, are right now resting on the couch. They're watching Dino Girl. I like Dino Girl. The show's cool. So pray for me. They're chilling and resting. Yaya's at the front door, so should be able to hear them. I only need one headphone in so I can hear also. All right, so if you are watching with me, please, Baba Kusha, I encourage you, I implore you, share out. Allow others to be able to see. So let's get to it. Let's go through it. I really hope that everybody that sees this not only enjoys it, but has some type of, reverence of what the Most High gave us. All right. So I've neglected the menorah lately. All right. So it's always been near and dear to my heart since I learned about it, but I forgot how much of a passion I have for it. I think this is a very beautiful visual to show. For this week's Torah portion, at the water for everybody's being patient. Last week, yesterday, I read the wrong portion of the Torah portion, so I got to go over it again. That's what we're doing. So, shalom to all my banyam. I love y'all. My yaladim, my habyam, my loves, my mashmakayim. Let's go through it real quick. So, the Most High tells us with this week's Torah portion, where are we? Because we went through the law. I didn't get a chance to really break down the menorah. So this is more like a madrash. All right, this is like a madrash, right? So this section is the madrash, right? We're just talking. The menorah. So for those of you who know me, I like constellation. I like the stars. I don't know enough. I don't do enough. I apologize for that. When you look at the menorah, it's not just a 7-branch, so much more. So let's look at the basic of it. So we have one solid stem going down the middle. Now, I don't know if on my screen you all can see my mouse, but it would be really cool if you all could. All right, let me zoom this in. So you have one solid branch going all the way down, okay? So within that one solid branch, you have oil going all the way through. So this oil goes all the way through from down this tube, down here, down from this tube, down here, down from this tube, down here. And at the very base, the oil is saved, and then it fills all the way up. And it stays lit, all right? So the menorah is meant to stay lit. So the Father tells us one branch in the middle, then we have the 3 to the right, and then 3 other to the left, which is what gives us the 7 branches. Now, whenever I draw menorahs really cool and really easy. So I want to show you how I draw menorahs. And, all right, so this is how I draw a menorah. Everybody has their own style. I hope this is helpful for you. Let me get to the screen so I can see myself. All right, so let's solo this way. This is how I draw menorahs. Really easy. Need a marker. All right. So you only have to do the letter U. See? Oh, wait. Oh, no. Okay, so draw the letter U. Then after you draw the letter U, draw a smaller U inside of that U. Now, once you've drawn that smaller U inside of that U, draw a smaller U inside of that U. And you have 3 U's. 3 wawas. All right, actually not body. I've got 3 wawas. All right, 3 staples. All right. You drew a big one on the outside, you drew a small one on the inside, and then you drew a smaller one up top. Now watch this. All you have to do is put a line straight down the middle. If you draw a line straight down the middle, you have a menorah. Isn't that beautiful? So now there's so much more, there's so much more, so much more. Now let's get to this real quick. All right. We're going to open up our handy dandy screen share. All right, and let's get back to this. Now, with these 6 branches and the 1 stem in the middle, you have these specific little flower, these little knops and bowls. Did you notice that? I really like how this video is illustrated because it goes through it piece by piece. And then when you read the Torah and you see these knops and bowls, and it's knops and bowls. Now count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pay attention. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay. Wow, look, it's right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, let's keep counting. So we have our knops and our bowls. Now I'll explain to you, but you'll also see why we're doing this count. Each one of these flowers, right? Look, the knop and 2 branches. Come. Knop and 2 branches of the same. Knop under 2 branches and the same. So you have the knop and the 2 branches on the same, and then you have this knop and the 2 branches on the same in the middle.
Has some more almonds.
Khan, you may have some more orange. Get 1 orange for you and 1 orange for Sadaya. Only 1 orange each. Khan. Sadaya?
Yeah.
Let Kaya get the oranges, Khan.
No.
Ma? Let Kaya get the oranges, Khan. No, it's not okay. Stop saying loud. Let Kaya get the oranges, Khan. Close Abba's Dalap. Water. So we have a knop and a branch, knop and a branch, knop and a branch, knop and a branch. The reason why we're counting and keeping track is because once we read the details, we're going to see now, and thou shalt make the 7 lamps thereof. Remember, we said that these are oil inside of these. They're artificers, they're creators, they're makers. Holiab and Bezaleel. Their artificers did much work from just doing shafts to doing engraved work on it. So you see it comes together in slow detail. Come over here with me, Kaya. Hey. Explain to me, teach me what this is as I help you with this. Teach me, what do you see?
I see
What do you see? I said only Kayaya get 1 orange and 1 orange Shiraya. So you brought 1 for Abba, and that's good. Why?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what Abba Khan. So what do you see, Shiraya? Serenity?
Tears of your house.
You see who of Yahweh?
Yes, like tears of your house.
Did you say tears of Yahweh?
Like cherries.
The cherries of Yahweh?
Yes. That was like
Chariots or cherries?
cherries.
Cherries of Yahweh. You know what's beautiful? A part of that is we have a plant that's called the pomegranate. And the pomegranate is like that. So hallelujah. So the pomegranate is a part of that. So that looks very much like pomegranates on the menorah, doesn't it? Wow, cherries of Yahweh. Hallelujah.
Taste of the Yahweh.
Cherries of Yahweh. Hallelujah. All praise Yahweh. Okay, so, and the candlesticks shall be of beaten work, and their knops and their flowers. And their knops and their flowers.
Flowers.
Yeah, come on.
How. Baby, how.
And their knops and their flowers.
And the nuts and the flowers. The flowers. No.
That's ridiculous. So what they just taught me is that this possibly could be the budding of the actual pomegranate. What Kaya just taught me, the cherries of Yahweh, the pomegranate, could be the symbol of that flower, which may have been a 6-pointed symbol also. All right. So I have some researching to do now. She just taught me something. Let me give you your orange, Baba Kushab. So as we're looking at the menorah, we see the golden wall. Now that wall right there would be, all right, north, that would be the south wall. You have the east, you have the west, and you have the north wall. Now the north wall, let's go back on this real quick. Let's get Caesar Borgia off our screen. All right, so the south wall of the tabernacle would be this wall right here. And the reason being is because the north wall is directly against this, coming this way. And if we come this way back, this opening of the tabernacle of the Most High is right there, which is facing the east. And that's how you can tell. North, south, east, west. The north wall has the table of showbread. The south wall has the menorah. The east door is the entrance. And the west wall has, which is the back of the tabernacle, has Yahweh's Ark of the Covenant within the holies of holies. And also the holy curtain, and outside of the holy curtain, the table of incense. All right. So let's stop right here for a moment. All right. I'm gonna let this play again because I need to look up something. And as I look this up, I hope you all stay here with me. We're gonna go to Flavius Josephus. Solomon when he sinned received the kingdom of his enemies. Let's see.
Taste of Yahweh.
Ma'am?
I see cherries of Yahweh.
Cherries of Yahweh. That's what I will call pomegranates from now on. Cherries of Yahweh. All right. Riches concerning how you obtain Hiram the building and this building. Okay. All right. Khan. This is the menorah. It's the 7 branch that Yahweh told us to have. And also, it's a representation of Yahweh Shai and wisdom in the Old and the New Testament. Y'all want to read it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Revelations chapter 1, KJV, Blue Letter Bible.
Read the Bible.
So let's go to Revelations chapter 1, verse 1 and read. The revelation of Yahweh Shai, which Allahiyah gave him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John, who bear record of the word of God and the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and of all things that he saw. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear these words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Verse 4. John to the 7 churches. Right here. This is where we are, Khan. Right here. John, and follow as we go this way, Khan. Each time I highlight, that's a new word. If I do like this, that's an accident. I messed up. So I have to go back to each word, Khan. All right, so John to the 7 churches which are in Asia. No thank you. Lot the water. Grace be unto you and peace from him which is and which was and which is to come, and from the 7 spirits which are before his throne, and from Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who is the faithful witness, and the first begotten of the dead, and the prince of the kings of the earth, unto him that loved us and washed us from our sins in his own blood and his own dam blood. Dam. La'ah. Don't cause imbalance, Khan. We have to be able to Torah. We have to be able to read, Khan. Khan, Torah. And have made us kings and priests unto Allahiyah and his father. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Allahiyah, Allahiyah, Allahiyah. Behold, he cometh with the clouds, and every eye shall see him. And they, Shakwat. Behold, he cometh, Shakwat. He cometh with the clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth which shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. I am Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end, saith Yahweh, which is and which was and which is to come, the Almighty. I, John, who was also your brother and companion in tribulation and in kingdom and in patience of Yahushua HaMashiach, was in the isles that is called Patmos, for the word of Allahiyah of God. And good job. And for the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. Great job. I was in the spirit on the Lord's day. Now, let me stop right there for everybody who doesn't know. The name of the Lord's Day is also the first day of the week, or so-called Sunday. So Sunday is also historically known as the Lord's Day, in case you didn't know. Not the Shabbat, even though the Shabbat is the Shabbat. He's not taking anything away from that. If it was the Shabbat, he would have said, I was in the spirit on the Shabbat, right? Because we're Yashar Allah, all right? So therefore, the first day of the week is known historically as the Lord's Day. So he's telling you that this happened to me on Sunday. For I was in the spirit. Oh, also, today is the first day of the week, the Lord's Day, so-called Sunday, right? After the Shabbat, we would all still gather together on the Lord's Day and still gather and keep together, and we would kick and be eating and still having fun after the Shabbat. So it was the Lord's Day. I was in the spirit on the Lord's Day and heard behind me a great voice as of a trumpet saying, I am the Alpha, Shemai, and the Omega, the first and the last. And what thou seest. This is what Yahweh Shai tell us to do, like he like to do. He says, look, he says, write in a book. So even Yahweh Shai tells us, write in the book. Huh? Shemai. Ma. You may we finish reading this? This is very true. I agree with you. And send unto the 7 churches which are in Asia, unto Ephesus, and unto Samaria, and unto Patmos, and unto Thyatira, and unto Sardis, and unto Philadelphia, and unto Laodicea. Now, something that's very interesting I like to mention about Laodicea right here is that Laodicea is actually the name for the Spartans. You know, the 300. Yeah, the Laodiceans. So when you go back and look at that cartoon or that movie or that show, and you see the Spartans with the L on their spear, on their shields, it wasn't an L. It wasn't an arrow. It was an L for Laodicea. It was the Israelite community. Hold on one second. Spartans, Mark Miller, 300. Let me share with you all this imagery. This is the rendition of the Spartans, the 300, before this movie came out. I know you're going to think about this movie. I know. But what I'm here to show you is that before this movie came out, there was a sapar, there was a book, and the book had blacks It was Negroes. Hold on. I really appreciate you being there, big face man. But let's see if we can scroll down. Oh no, don't do it to me. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to. I just. Okay. If you see right here, they have locks. The Spartans are lined up. They're brown-skinned men. It's not a color issue. They blatantly knew how to make white. Everybody that was in this book was brown. You know why? Because all of the people in it was Hebrews and Persians. Here's the actual name of the book. Here's where you can find it. I praise Yahweh to my mashpachat, who purchased this support for our family library a while back. So here's an image of their locks. Here's their brown skin. All right. And it's all the way through. It's not a mistake. Here, let me show you. You got to find this book. You have to purchase this book. All right. And don't be like, oh, no, this is a comic book. No, this is history. All right. Mark Miller is a genius. All right. So his name is Mark Millar, Mark Miller. All right. You know him from things that you don't even know him from. All right. So, boom. You know what this is? La'a Saraya Atala Daza. La'a. Yeah, con. But we have to finish this first. After we finish this, then we'll be able to. Now this is a good page, and the reason being is because of the art imagery in it. So let's share this page right here. Mark Miller and Lauren Wirely. All right, 300. Now, why is this important? Still going into this week's Torah portion. If you know about it, we, as being the Hebrews, as being the Israelites, and we're still reading Revelations, as being the Israelites, we have an ensign, and an ensign is the menorah. The 300 Spartans, being the Hebrews, also was familiar with this. Now, here's an image right here to where we not only have them showing their locks, we also have them preparing for war. Here is an image to where in the movie it was the prophetess woman. Why? Because the Israelites, she's brown skinned, not just brown skinned, she's got curly hair. I've read the comic, I've seen the comic, I've owned the comic. All right. They have, look, Leonidas right here, a black man, a black boy. He was a black boy fighting a wolf with a spear. And in the movie, of course, it was a little white boy. You can't make this stuff up. It's iconoclasm at its finest. Hold on. You see this scene right here? This is the famous scene from the movie. Kaya, don't do that. Don't slap yourself. That's not good for you. That's not good for you. These are the Israelites right here, the Spartans 300. These are the Persians that came, all brown people. Persians being the East Indians. Now, remember, with the Persian conquest, what they did was they went and took over everybody's land and absorbed them. All right? Okay? Look. 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 So this is Xerxes, all right? Xerxes was Leonidas. Now, this is supposed to be the same Xerxes that's from, saying the scriptures. Khan, Tuara, and I'll yield the floor. I'll yield the floor, and the two of you have to do something specific. When you shop, you have to shop and be quiet. Saraya, don't interrupt me. Shaquat. I do. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for being low and respectful. I appreciate you. I am the boy. You're very welcome. All right. So, Khan, we can, but when we do, you have to lock the shop while you're quiet. You have to sit and be quiet, huh? Can you help Shariah with that? But it's not just you. You have to make sure she does and she doesn't hurt herself and she's being good. Because you see, I was trying to do this. Huh? Stop doing it. I don't trust the hooms. That's just a sound. I don't trust the hooms. Shariah? Yeah, she did say, did she? Yeah. Shariah? 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 Okay, shalom. Oh, she helped me so much. I never come. Please close my door. Shariah, make sure you should quiet and do what Kaya say, Khan. I never caught. Don't hit. Be nice. I love you. Oh, hello. Shalom. Shalom. Close. Hello. So let's get back to this real quick. Revelation chapter 1, verse 11. So the people of Laodicea, all right, the Spartans, all right, the 300. So let's see real quick. One more. Spears and shields of Laodicean Spartans. All right. Now I want to bring you over here real quick. This is really good, so I'm not mad about this. You know what I'm saying? This is a bronze image, which Spartans would have been bronze, brown men. And we also had the Spartans. We also had servants, and our servants. Now, either they made us bronze or the statues they just completely whited us out like this. You see. So as you see, this one is like it looks like an A, but it's shaped. It's not. It's a lamad. It's a lamad for Laodicea. You see right here on this shit. It's a lamad for Laodicea. It's a lamad for Laodicea. Khan, kwam lava, Baba Kushar. See? You see? It's a lamad.
Where did the set the permission acid?
Did ma?
So where did the set the acid? She did acid.
What did she do?
She just did the scepter and put it in her mouth.
And what did she put in her mouth?
The scepter.
What scepter?
The river. The wire.
Saraya?
Yes.
Kaya, go get your sucker too. Do you have your sucker?
Right.
You and Kaya can both have your sucker in shop, Khan. Do you know where your suckers are?
Right there. Right.
Make sure you don't put it on the floor, Khan.
No.
So the shield of Laodicea is the shield of the Israelites, shield of Spartans. All right. So very beautiful information to know. Let's get back to this real quick. Revelations chapter 1, verse 12. And I turned to see the voice which spake to me. And being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks. All right. Now, I've never done this search before right here. All right. So hopefully you all can share it. See this on the screen. All right. So I've never done this before, but let's go to candlesticks right here. Real quick. I don't want that in here because it's not supposed to be in here with me. You're supposed to be going to stay down because I gave you permission to have it. It's very wise for you to keep your cup and don't get it dirty, Con. Close my door, Con. The water.
Strong's G 3087. Luchnia.
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 Luchnia. I can see that. This will be the nia. This will be the ch. This will be the lu. See? Look at that. That's the lamad. Is that right? That's the lamad. Luchnia. Even menorah. Wow. Even that's the lamad. That's the Laodicea. That's the lamad. So it's not that straight arrow. It's not this. It's it's not alpha or whatever people may say it might be. So it's important to know that because once you go through and see the Laodiceans in the Bible and how the Laodiceans are the Israelites, then it really helps you to understand. Khan, kwam lava, Baba Kushra. Kwam lava.
I got pee.
Please go potty and don't come in here while I'm recording saying you got to pee again. That's very rude. Next time, go straight to the restroom. Don't tell the world you have to potty. Shalom, Shaya. All right, and we have what? We have Luknia. Luknia being being what? Being candlestick, a lampstand, a candle brum. Oh, one moment, and be right back. Halak Lashab. Kaya, Halak Lashab, I thought. The water. All right, Thwada for being patient. So let's get back to this. All right, so Luknia, all right, even being the same, Lamad, all right, literally or figuratively, candlestick. All right, let's go down and see what we have in Ibadia. All right, we can see it. It's right here. It's Luxnia. All right, Luxnia, later Latin, Greek word earlier, Luxniav, I believe, I don't know, have to see. But we have C right here, grammars, Hebrew, Septuagint for ma, na, wa, ra. Ma, na, wa, ra. For menorah, manawah, manawah, ma, na, wa. It's beautiful. All right, so being what? Being a candlestick, lampstand, 7, burn, Matthew 5:15, Mark 4:21, Luke 8:16, Luke 11:33, and going through scriptures, Hebrew 9:2, and the two eminent prophets who will precede Christ's return from heaven in glory are like two candlesticks. Revelation chapter 11, verse 4. You know what? Let's get to that real quick. So this is what we're looking at. So I hope everybody got some Luxnia. All right. Everybody got some understanding on the menorah, the candlestick. All right. So I want to go but let's read this. So Revelation chapter 1, we already did that. All right. We already did that. All right. Turn 7 candlesticks. Voice heard, spoke, me, saw 7 candlestick. All right, Luxnia. I want to go to Luxnia because this is something that just stuck out to me, which I'm always learning. I believe Matthew, Hebrews, Revelations. All right, eminent prophets. Revelations 11:4. Revelation chapter 11, verse 4. And if any man will hurt them. Okay, all right. So this is one that's always caught my interest. Now, the two prophets that will come, the two witnesses that will come at the coming of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, before the coming of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. All right. Now, I personally believe those two witnesses will be Moses and Enoch. You know, Moses and Elijah. Excuse me, Moses and Elijah. I don't know. I'm still learning. All right. So I yield the floor, but. And it says, and it was given me a reed like unto a rod, Revelation chapter 11, verse 1, like unto a rod, and the angel stood, saying, rise and measure the temple of Elohiah and the altar, and them that worship therein. But the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles. Isn't that interesting? And the holy city shall they tread under their foot 42 months. And I will give power unto my two witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. I don't know how long that is. How long is this? Wait, 1,260 days. But how long is 1,260 days? Let's see. How many years is that? I mean, I'm sorry. Math just isn't my, so I'm learning. All right. I think if I did a slow form, I'll be like, yeah, well, that's 365. So it's 3.5 years. Okay. So 3.5 years. All right. That's terrifying. So it's going to be 3.5 years. All right. Okay. All right. That's just something else that just wonderfully scared me more. All right, so 3.5 years. So 1,260 days is 3.5 years. These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before God of the earth. Come on, you don't want it?
Yeah.
You done?
Yeah.
Hasta la basura.
Yeah.
Come.
Hey, baby.
You did that. Hallelujah. Here, have some orange. All right. All right, and let's get back to it. So the menorah, even going into Flavius Josephus, what we find out is that he teaches us that the menorah is actually a representation of the planets and the cosmos. So let's look for that real quick. Let's take a second. Let's go. Flavius Josephus on the menorah, cosmos, planets. Absolutely. All right. So let's see if we can find which book. Yes, you may. You have to chew it up. Chew it slow. Chew up your oranges. Chew it slow. Done. Only when you're all done.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, absolutely. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go on. All right. So this looks like one I've looked at before. I don't know if I liked it. But what we want to find is the actual sapar. Huh. Do we want to go through it like this? No. Or do we just want to do the footwork? You want to just do the footwork? You want to just do the footwork and find out? All right. Wow, look at that artifact. Wow, wow.
Mommy got me my iris.
Okay, 7 lamps, such as being the number of the lamps represented. Okay, here we go. Dwight Howard. All right, so we're going to get Flavius Josephus, Antiquities of the Jews, book number.
About like this.
Ma?
I like this. Iris. About like an iris.
Okay, hold on, Benaf.
About mama iris.
Oh, you want some oranges?
Yes.
Con?
Done.
All right. I think we might be able to do it like this. If we can get a book, I want a sapar because I want to be able to read it to y'all. All right. Live menorah. So now you gotta get down, princess. All right. The water. Okay. The water, but not.
No.
Okay, let's get this real quick. So Flavius Josephus. All right. But we want. All right. All praise Yahweh, Shem Shagao Shah. We have it. All right. So this is exactly what we was looking for. So let's see if we can pull up. But still the 6 cubits length divided again. The first part cut off by 40 cubits, which had 3. Yes, you should be able to see the screen. Which had 3 things that were very wonderful and famous among all mankind: the candlestick, the table of showbread, and the altar of incense. All right. Let's see real quick. All right. Now these 7 lamps, here we have it. Now these 7 lamps. Now these 7 lamps signify the what? These 7 lamps signify the what? The 7 planets. These 7 lamps signify the 7 planets. Let me say it again because you may have never considered that the menorah actually represented the planets. This goes into a whole flat earth frenzy. You know what this does for a flat earther? It's just, wait a minute, I'm a flat earther, but I believe in the Bible. But the planets don't exist, but we're in a flat firmament. Earth is a sphere, and the sun and the moon travel around the sun. No, it don't. No, it don't. The firmament is the ozone layer. It's the same thing as the atmosphere. Stratosphere, ionosphere, etc. Here you are, Benaf. You getting kind of out of control. I'm gonna have to check you For real. Untitled like the basura. All right. You gotta sit down for a little bit. Now these 7 lamps signify the 7 planets, for so many there were springing out of the candlestick. Now the 12 loaves that were upon the table signified the circle of the zodiac and the year. What a cool Torah portion to be able to teach. Sure. Hey, stop being fake. I don't like that. Stop dropping your food, Soraya Serenity. Shalom. Oh, you gonna blow it off? Oh, that was nice, but it's gonna take a little more than that. Here, take this one. You can have that one. Okay. Yes, I will hold you. All right. So again. Okay, Shemai, Shemai, listen. Now these 7 lamps, Khan.
Yeah.
Now let's pull it up so everybody can see it. We're gonna switch this screen now that we know what we're gonna read again. All right. Ready? Khan?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to talk about the menorah. Khan, Babu Kashab, please don't touch the keypad with your feet. How do you say feet in Hebrew? Does anybody know how to say feet in Hebrew? I haven't memorized that one yet. Right. Okay, so now these 7 lamps signify 7 planets. For so many there were springing out of the candlestick. Now the 12 loaves that were upon the table signify the circle of the zodiac and the year. But the altar of incense, by its 13 kinds of sweet-smelling spices, with which the sea replenished it, signified that God is the possessor of all things that are both in the uninhabitable and habitable parts of the earth, and that they are all to be dedicated to his use. But the most important part of the temple was the 20 cubits. I don't know if you all have seen this, but this is one of the most beautiful breakdowns that I've read as far as somebody giving me the Torah teaching was from Flavius Josephus. I've heard it from a lot of friends and families, but the reason why I say it's one of the most beautiful to me is because what it does is it helps me to look outside of the norm. It expands my understanding. You should stop doing that so you don't hurt your toes. Did it hurt?
No.
Well, I don't want you to do it because it's rude. Huh? Do I? All right. So let's get back to this real quick. All right. Ecclesiastes chapter 26, verse 18. As the golden pillars are upon the sockets of silver, so are the fair feet with the constant heart. The silver.
No!
Salak, Shania. Nah, it's not okay. It's not okay. As the goldens of pillars are upon the sockets of silver, so are the fair feet with the constant heart. And this is what we've seen when we've seen the making and the building of the tabernacle of the Most High. We've seen the silver sockets, and these are the golden pillars. Now, the reason why they don't look golden right now is because they actually are still wood, gray, shittim wood. But then after they're shittim wood, they're laid in. Shadaya Shaquat, I love you too. Thank you so much. I do hear you. After they're laid over with gold, you see that the Most High gives a precept, a biblical reference to the glory and to the beauty of the righteousness of a good daughter. And look, it's copied right here. Copy.
Daddy?
Yeah, copy.
Daddy?
And as we see the tabernacle of the temple being built, here's our scripture right here. Boom. There you have it. Right? As the golden pillars are upon the sockets of silver, so are fair feet with the constant heart. But in order to understand this parable, in order to understand the golden pillars being upon the sockets of silver, in order to understand that, you have to be able to understand the tabernacle of the Most High. You have to be able to understand his temple. You have to be able to understand the Torah, right? So that's a beautiful thing. If you were an Israelite woman and you were gold, or if you were, let's look, I'll just say I am an Israelite woman. As the golden pillars are upon the sockets of silver, so are fair feet with a constant heart. What a beautiful compliment to a woman. As Yahweh would want you to see yourselves, daughters of Israel. See? So with that being said, beautiful visual. I really like it, and it helps us. All right, let's get back to Torah. There's a lot that I really wanted to go through with the Torah. All right, we're gonna go to the book of First Kings. Another one. This week's Torah portion, going into the prophets portion, we're going to go to 1 Samuel chapter 15. All right. So we're going to pull up 1 Samuel chapter 15. If anybody would like to read it with us, we'll just listen. 1 Samuel 15, KJV, Blue Letter Bible. And we're going to start at verse 20. I'm sorry, verse 2. And we're only going to read. Oh, wait. That's not correct. That's not correct. You know what happened? Last week, I had read the wrong Torah portion. And what I did was, after I read the wrong Torah portion, No, make sure I please have it, because I have my hands full and I'm also doing this right now. And you can place mine on the table. That'd be fine. We also picked up these orange peels that are already on the floor. Don't touch that. I want all of the halakha basuda. Halakha basuda. Aita, halakha basuda. So what I did was last week, the Torah portion was Torah, all right? And let me bring it up for you. So you should be able to see it on the screen. This website is very helpful, because if you don't have the Torah portion in front of you, you know what I'm saying, you don't have it memorized. This one does a really good job of documenting them as far as we've seen and keeping track of with our own books. All right, so let's go to this. So 1 Kings, that makes more sense. All right, so you should be able to see it. It was Exodus chapter 25 through chapter 27, which was read earlier. And then we have 1 Kings chapter 5 through chapter 6, sending prayers up for our brother Yaquab. He was ill, he was down, and he wasn't able to go through the Torah portion with us. And that's completely understandable. And his health above everything is what's more important. So prayers up for the brother Yaquab. You know what I'm saying? I really sincerely pray that you're feeling better. It's not fun to feel ill. So, 1200, bro. All right, I love you. I'm closing out some of these windows. And I think we got a lot of these tabernacle videos of these tabernacle. I think we played a lot of those. So let's shut some of them down. All right. Very beautiful, man. Look at that, man. Very beautiful. They did a great job. Whoa, hey, sister, that bullshit, boy. Get up off my screen. All right. So let's start a new screen real quick. We're going to start this one, and we're going to go to this week's Torah portion is 1 Kings chapter 5. We're going to start at verse 26. All right. 1 Kings chapter 5, KJV, Blue Letter Bible. And Hiram, woo! Alliance with Hiram. All right. So for those of you who down here, man. Now, here's something that was interesting. As we was going through this week's Torah portion and I was reading it, I was doing accounting, and first King Shaquatch, stop being fake. Do you got a potty? I believe you do. Go. Hello. 1 Kings chapter 5, if you look at it, it stops at verse 18 in most books or most writings. 1 Kings chapter 5. But if you look at it, as you see it right here, it's verse 18. So what you do is you just go to the next chapter and you say 18. Now, even though the next chapter is going to say verse 1, you count it as verse 19 and then 20. You see what I'm saying? You do that all the way down, even though it says the other number. So we're going to 2 Kings, and we're going to go to 2 Kings. Let's see. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. All right, let's put a little marker right there. 23. 24, 25, 26. And you see how it works? So if we stop at verse 26, so we stop right there, but it's actually verse 8, and it starts here, all right, and it's verse 9 where the pill crow begins, okay? All right, so now in my other days with more freedom, more quiet time, I would just go through both chapters. Just go through both chapters and get the total understanding. All right. So let's get this. First Kings chapter 6, verse 9. And then we're going to read through verse 13. Okay. All right. So he built houses and finished it and covered the houses with beams and boards of cedar. And then he built chambers against all the houses, 5 cubits high. And they raised on the house with timbers of cedar. Shadiah, come out the bathroom. So when he says he made chambers against the house, what he did was he built secret rooms for the Levites to be able to dwell in. He built rooms that was behind rooms and, secret pathways. And the word of Yahweh came to Solomon saying, concerning this house which thou art building, if thou walk in my statutes and execute my judgments and keep all my commandments to walk in them, and then will I perform my word with thee, which I spake unto David thy father. And I dwell among the children of Israel, and I will not forsake my people, Yasharallah. So Shalamah, Solomon, built the house and finished it. And he built the walls of the house within the boards of the cedars, that's so fire, both the floor of the house and the walls and the ceilings. And he built the walls of the house within the boards of cedar, both the floor of the house and the walls of the ceiling. And he covered them on the inside with wood and covered the floor of the house with planks of fir. And he built 20 cubits on the sides of the house, both the floors and the walls with boards of cedar. And he built them for it within, even for the oracle, even for the most holy place. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I want to read down to the Pilcrow, and that makes perfect sense because the building of his house and building of the temple, and the safe place that he made, being his own work and replica, it's a lot of details in this. I want to edit. My brain is just like flowing with so much stuff I want to share. But let me read down a little bit more. It would make sense why I stopped there, but I want to read down to our Pilcrow. And the house that is the temple before it was 40 cubits long, and the cedar of the house was with carved the knops of the open flowers. All was cedar. There was no stone seen. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I just had so many thoughts. Now, all praise the Most High. I would love to read to you about King Solomon's house and how he had illusions in it. He had illusions in his house. Like it looked like he had a floating throne and the floor was a sea, and it was creepy to walk on. He had mechanical thrones and animals that moved. King Solomon had some bad stuff. All right. He wore purple every day. In the morning, he would go out and have gold sprinkled in his hair. He wore all white, and his men wore purple. And they could shoot bows and arrows with left hand and right hand. There's so much beauty and glory to show into it. I really want to go. Time restraints, though. All right. So as far as the tabernacle, I would encourage anybody that wants to know more, of course, go to Josephus. All right. He'll give you so many good leads. Shadiah, Kayaya? Are you in the bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
Don't go in the bathroom. Go and shout. You got the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay. Is Kayaya in the bathroom?
Yes.
Kayaya, come out the bathroom. Abdahallak Lashab. I hope that you all read and learn about the glory and the beauty of King Solomon's temple, and that it touches your heart like it touched mine. This ain't even the tip of the iceberg of the information. Mark chapter 12, KJV. Mark chapter 12, KJV, Blue Letter Bible. We're going to read chapter 12, verse 33 through 44. Mark chapter 12, chapter 33. And Yahushua answered and said, while he taught in the temple, how say the scribes that Hamashiach is the son of David? For David himself say by Holy Spirit that Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou in my right hand till I make thine enemies thy footstool. Therefore, David therefore calls himself Lord. And whence is he then his son? And the common people heard him gladly. Verse 38. And he said unto this doctrine, his doctrine, beware of the scribes, which love to go in long clothing and love salutations in marketplaces, and the chief seats in the synagogues and in the uppermost rooms at feasts, which devour widows' houses, and for pretense make long prayers. These shall receive greater damnation. Verse 41. And Yahushua set over against the treasury, and beheld how the people cast money into the treasury, and that many that were rich cast in much. And there came a certain poor widow, and she threw in 2 mites, which make a farthing. Shh. La halak la aita. Halak aita. Shakwat halak. And he called unto him his 2 disciples, and he said unto them, surely I say unto you that this poor widow hath cast in more than all they which have cast into the treasury. For all they did cast in of their abundance, but she of her want did cast in all that she had, even all her living. Wow. That really speaks. Well, I'm going to say, Yabaraka Kami Al Basham Basham Yashai. That was the completion of this week's Torah portion. And I'm very grateful to be able to get it read through. If anything, I would encourage you all to go back and look at history, antiquities. Go and listen to some historical books. Go find some references of how beautiful all of these artifacts are and were, and how they still belong to you, but they're just a shadow of what's coming next. So I'll end that with we got next. Bob Kushal, go back and research, study, look at these things, and I pray they edify you. I'm going to spend time with Elijah now and Shaquat. I'll get to play Where Winds Meet finally. Maybe get on Borderlands 3 with my Elijah. If you need me, you know where to find me. Shalom, Kwame Yashua.